Democracy, translated from ancient Greece, denotes the power of a nation or its political regime based on the method of collective decision-making with the equal impact of participants on the outcome. As a mechanism for governance in the community, the word democracy derives from the ancient Greek and ancient Roman civilizations, where this model was initially used in small city-states. Democracy as the most successful form of government is characterized firstly by the duration of its existence and by its successful adaptation to values and requirements of every period. Hundreds and thousands of years have since passed, and humanity has moved far away from these ancient times in terms of development. Although many global events have taken place, the democratic form of government remains the most equitable. The vestiges of democracy are perceptible even where a political system was built in another way. For example, in many countries with a monarchical system of government, the sovereign ruler was forced to take into account the opinions of other social groups, something that is excluded in absolute power, centered in the hands of one person. Democracy has taken many different forms in different cultures and at different times. While we recall this model a gold standard and use the term that emerged at the time, it is difficult to believe that there also existed slavery and gender division in this society, where such equitable and viable system originated. Unlike the 20th century, democracy assumed that full citizenship pertained to a minority of the population according to property registry, racial, gender, and national criteria, while others were excluded from the process of political decision-making. In the modern world, in developed countries, citizens have equal individual and political rights. The evolution of democracy moves in parallel with the entire world development, and has given rise to the emergence of various types of political dispensation based on democracy. Their peculiarities are associated with differences in cultures, territorial scope, and the dictates of time. One of the types of modern democratic forms of government is the Parliamentary republic, a type of republic where predominantly parliamentary powers and authority rule. This modern is typical of more developed countries. Modern Kazakhstan is transforming into a system towards the transfer of part of the mandate of the parliament. Cognizant of the interests of the people and drawing on the support of Kazakhs, Nursultan Nazarbayev, the president of the republic, has initiated constitutional reforms focused on the devaluation of power and authority based on the government and parliament. These reforms heralded the start of Kazakhstan's transition to the parliamentary system and became the key factor for successful improvement of the social, economic, cultural, and political life of our country.